Excuse me. So, um, you mentioned that there was something going on last night. I mean, last night you mentioned to me there's something going on. As far as do you feel more than is right? I'm getting like four.
Four?
Four.
I wouldn't doubt it. I know there's probably at least two.
At least two. Okay.
I know of at least two because, like I was telling you, one will be messing with me, and then you'll feel one, like it'll either be touching my leg or my head, and then you've got one in the middle of me and my wife going back and forth in between the bed.
Right. Okay.
And you were saying something about there was one in the kitchen.
Yeah, there's one in the kitchen. When I was talking to you last night, I actually got one of the demons is a female. And that one is obsessed with you directly. It's been with you. It's been with you for, I'm seeing 2 years, if not more. Minimum of at least 2 years.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just recent, though, that it's been a more sexual nature.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What happens is, what they do is they normally, once they attach themselves to you, they'll start with little things here and there, whether you feel them or not. To them, it doesn't matter because they test the water to see if it's, if it's worth staying, if it's something that benefits them, if it's something they can get out of it. They always have a motive. Anytime there's an attachment, demonic attachment, they always have a motive of why they're there. And so, it took a little bit for her. She's not as strong, but she's developing her skills, like her how to manifest herself, how to make herself known to you. And so that's what they normally do. Sometimes a spirit, or I should say a demon that's attached, or any demon in that case, sometimes they don't have the knowledge, or I should say enough energy in how to do manifestation, how to make themselves known to a certain individual, but they learn eventually. Sometimes they'll learn right away. Sometimes it takes a while for them to learn. In her case, it was developing. She was getting there, and finally she's like, yes, I did it. Because now he knows I'm here. And she's the first one that jumped up to me.
That's so crazy you said that, because as I was watching your videos and stuff, I was like, I bet it's a young one or a new one. Because there was nothing else, heavy duty going on, and, so that's weird. I swear to God, I was thinking that same thing.
Yeah, that's because she's not new. She's been there for a while, but her manifesting and making you feel her right now, sexually and being on the bed, it's her. Now there are other companions over there. Her, other, I wouldn't say helpers, but other demons. That are just there because portals are open, and so they're like, okay, I'm free, I can go in and out whenever I want, there's a portal that's open. But she's the main one that's been there for at least 2 years, at least a minimum of 2 years. There is one that I'm seeing from 6 months. I keep seeing 6 months. How long ago did you say this happened when your kids were at your house and they heard the growl and the door slam shut on them?
My concept of time being on the road, I honestly cannot remember. My daughter has come in and out of the home, I would say 6 months, maybe longer, but it might be within the last 6 months. I'm not 100% certain, but I know it's not longer than a year.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing less than a year, but I'm also seeing 6 months. So it could be between 6 months to a year, but it's closest to the 6 months period. Now, one of the demons, I'm going to get rid of him, but one of the demons that I'm seeing actually has a mark on your daughter. And I know you don't like to hear that, but I hate to say that one of the demons does have a mark on your daughter, and it's a very bad influence on your daughter. She doesn't know exactly what's going on. In her mind, she's really confused. She's in a state in her life right now where she doesn't even know what she's doing. She's almost like in a zombie state, like somebody is whispering in her ear, somebody's trying to control her, and she really doesn't understand exactly what is going on with her. She's in the air, like she's floating in the air. It doesn't make sense. She doesn't know what's going on with her and what she should do about it.
Yeah, because she goes back and forth. She wants help, but then it's like, you get the blink away, don't talk to me, this and that, and just, I'm seeing just it's a confusion type thing about her. So, yeah, I can see that.
Okay. Yeah, that's, she's very confused, and it's an influence. This demon that, he's not obsessed with her the way the female demon is obsessed with you sexually. He's more obsessed in taking her soul. To him, she's an easy target. You know what I mean? Okay. She's an easy target. So she's very open, and not just to the spiritual realm. She's an open person. Like, you know, she loves nature. She's just a bubbly, open person. But lately, it's not like that for her, because he's closing her down. He's shutting her down. And so yeah, she's his main target. It's like, she's mine. Yeah. Well, she's not his, and I'm gonna take him away from her. That's not something that, you know, that's normal for anybody, and that's not something that a demon should be saying when they're attached to somebody, especially someone that's vulnerable, because she's very vulnerable. She's very open to the spiritual realm without her even realizing it. And so people that are open to the spiritual realm, demons take advantage of that. You know, like the saying when they say, pick on someone your own size, fight back with someone your own size. No, demons are cowards. A lot of times they're cowards. And so they go after somebody that's weak. And I'm not saying weak in a bad way. I'm saying weak like spiritually, to where they don't know what's going on, or even if they do know what's going on, they don't know how to defend themselves, how to block themselves, how to close themselves up from getting attacked and protecting themselves. And this demon is actually a coward. Every time I try to zoom in on him, he's hiding. You know what I mean? He tries to hide from me.
Okay.
So he was just letting me know she's mine, and then he's hiding. Well, that's not going to happen. Yeah, he's in for a big surprise. Something's going on with. I see books. Does your wife like to read books? Somebody in the house. I see books, but
yeah, I mean, go ahead.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Yeah, my wife, we read, I think, 4 spiritual books a night over the phone.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing books, and your wife is a very high-spirited person. She's a beautiful person inside and out, and unfortunately, she's one of the targets as well, because she's kind of naive. Like, she'll believe in things that she doesn't want to believe in. Like, she won't tell you that she believes in it, but then she'll do the research. You know what I mean? She'll do the research. Am I right? Does she do a lot of research?
That's probably, I mess with her all the time. You would be lost without your phone. And that is so funny.
Wow.
To say that.
Yeah, she does a lot of research. So sometimes she'll play like a tough lady, but then she'll go behind the scenes and then she'll like do a research, like just to make sure it's lining up with what's going on, or what she heard about, and you know, things like that. So it's not like she doesn't believe in the spiritual realm, because she does, and she has done research on it. Her issue is that she's scared. She's afraid of the spiritual realm, and the reason for that is because there's so many things that, whether she watched on TV or read about it on the phone or just heard about it, the spiritual realm could be very tricky, and that's where she's stuck in between. Like, she's confused about it. Yes, I believe in it, but at the same time, when you're afraid of it, you shut down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's what she's doing. She's shutting down to the world, but deep down inside, she's really scared. She's like, should I, what's really going on? I got to do my research. I know, this whatever that I know about it, is it true? She's always questioning it. Does it make sense? Like, there's always a question mark about everything.
Everything. I mean, everything.
Yeah, she questions a lot. But she's very, the person, or sorry, I shouldn't say a person, the demon, because spirits, sometimes I call spirits people, only because when they cross over, regular spirits that, that cross over are still living. So to me, they're not dead. That's why I never say, oh, when somebody dies. I always say when they cross over, because they continue living. But when it comes to a demon, they're not dead, but at the same time, their soul is gone. So they have no feelings, and they just want to cause harm and torture people and things like that. So this demon that is attached to you has been putting things in her head. The reason why your wife, her personality has changed, because I could see a personality change upside down.
Okay.
It's because she has been influenced by this one female demon that's been obsessed with you for a while now.
Okay.
And they can do that. They can actually whisper things in your ear. You might not hear it with your physical ear, but your brain actually functions both realms. It picks up, vibrations and energy from both realms. So your brain can actually pick up on what a spirit is telling you, but in your physical body, you don't know if that's actually what's going on. You just go out, it's almost like a zombie kind of thing. And so she's being influenced by this demon. And you think her questioning is bad? She's been questioning a lot more things without even letting you know.
No, I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's things that, her feelings, because I know that what I'm seeing is you could see that, you can feel that, what's going, her personality change, hey, look, I want to shake her and get some answers from her because she's being closed off. But at the same time, she's playing like nothing's wrong. Nothing's going on. But you could see right through it.
I lost you for a minute at the beginning.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I said she has been playing like everything's okay, but at the same time, it's not. It's almost like, that she's keeping some feelings inside and some emotions inside, and you just want to shake it out of her. And then at the same time, it's like she's playing it like, no, everything's okay. And you're like, look, I could see right through you. You want to let her know, I could see right through you, what's going on, but she just won't say it. She's been closed off.
Yeah, there's times I've been able to pick up over the phone right when she answers the phone, and we have to talk about it. But sometimes she'll let me know, and other times, you're right, she won't.
Yeah, she's been closed off with certain things that's been going on. She's actually worried about you. Not just her, but she's worried about you. She's concerned. What's going on with the health? Is something going on with somebody's health? Because I could see like a health problem with somebody, like either in the chest or like hard to breathe, kind of. Because I'm starting to like take breaths, but it's kind of getting hard to take a breath right now. Is something going on with somebody's health?
No, I don't think so. she's really obsessed because I'm a smoker, and she's ever since her dad died from cancer, but it was from triple pneumonia, and ever since then we've literally divorced over cigarettes. You know, I've had to hide them before, and she constantly just is obsessed, worried about.
Okay, so that's what I'm feeling too, like in the chest area where it's making me hard to breathe right now. That's what I'm feeling. You're giving me your feelings. I'm kidding. So yeah, that she's very concerned about that. I knew there was a health issue because I could feel it right now, and it's in the chest area. She's very, very concerned and worried about you. And that actually makes her really angry inside, even though she doesn't show it sometimes, and she just plays it off like, okay, I'll go along with what you tell me. I think deep down inside what I'm feeling is she knows. Kenneth, she knows.
Oh, no. Yeah, she knows. She does. The funny thing is, I mean, you're right on the nail there, except for this specific time. She's
This what? I'm sorry, your voice is getting cut off.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. You're right on the nail there. The only difference with it this time is I'm not hiding it or anything. I hate saying it like this, but she's allowed me to smoke. I won't. Because if I'm the type of person, you tell me not to do something that's going to piss me off, and I'm going to do it. And you know, she's trying to let me quit on my own smoking, which I want to, but it's so hard. And then the aggravation of over the years with her and cigarettes. But I know she just deep down inside, I know it's eating her up, and she's mad and pissed off and angry about it still too. I know that for a fact.
Oh yeah, I can feel her aggression. I could feel her frustration with what's going on. But at the same time, when you have a demonic attachment, a regular spirit attachment is different, completely different than when you have a demonic attachment. When you have a demonic attachment, they're negative. And so what they do is they feed off of your negative energy, they feed off of your wife's negative energy, and they make you do things to piss off the other one. You know what I'm saying? So with the frustration and everything going on, it's really hard, excuse me, it's really hard for you to quit smoking because, you know, and I know it's addicting, but it also doesn't help when you have a demonic attachment. And so this specific female demon that's attached to you feeds off of everything that your wife disagrees with that really upsets her, and she feeds off of that, and so she'll end up causing more havoc, making you do more things to upset your wife. So like if you're a smoker and you only smoke, let's say, half a pack a day, then this is just an example, then what will happen is she'll end up causing more things in your life to piss you off more, to get you more aggravated, more aggression and this and that to come between you and your wife. And so then you, instead of smoking half a pack a day, you're going to smoke a full pack a day because you need it. You have that adrenaline going and you're like, I need a cigarette. I need to calm down. So instead of smoking one at a time, you'll end up smoking 2, 3 at a time. Does that make sense? Like they'll end up making you a chain smoker and then your wife is like, okay, now I'm going to kill you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now you're taking advantage of the situation. You know that I know that you smoke. I want you to quit, but you're doing the complete opposite. Now I'm going to kill you. But you guys don't know what's going on and what's causing you to smoke instead of quitting. It's doing the complete opposite. It's making you not quit, and it's making you smoke more. And I'm sure your wife doesn't really know how much you smoke. Right?
But when I'm on the road, it's work and everything else. So.
It's what? I'm sorry. When you're at work, it was what? Your voice gets cut off once in a while. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, yours was doing that a bit ago. When I'm at work on the road, you know, boring, and my job is highly stressful, and I'd smoke a lot.
Yeah.
On the road.
Way more than you normally would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. exactly. And this is the influence. I'm sorry,
what?
I
Quit so much. I've got a vape even that I'm trying to bring onto.
Right. Well, vapes work. I don't know if it works on everybody, but from everything that I've heard, vapes work. So, try to substitute the cigarette with the vape and see. I know it's hard in the beginning, and trust me, once I get rid of the negative energy and the entity that's around you, then you're going to feel a lot lighter. And so your body will start accepting the vape and substituting it for the cigarettes. Because right now, the reason, like I said, it's a bad influence. It's doing everything in its power to come between you and your wife.
Yeah.
And, yes.
I had a real quick question. Sorry to interrupt your deal there. Why do I not have any authority over any of them? You know what I mean? Like, I can't make it leave even for a night.
Because they're not afraid of you. Because there's nothing that you are doing at the moment or you were doing that can get rid of them. If a demon is not afraid of you, then it's not going to leave. If you have no legitimate threat against a demon, they're going to stay. And it's not just the threats, it's the actions that go with it. So, for example, words are more powerful than what people think. So, when you are, for example, if somebody's cleansing a home and they have sage and they're like, okay, well, I'm cleansing my home with the sage, why aren't the spirits leaving? Because you're not doing something right. When you're doing the sage, you have to let them know you're in charge. They can't take you away from your family. They can't take you away from yourself, period. Your soul belongs to you, not to them. And you have to be firm. It's almost like, think about it this way. When you're evicting somebody and they're not, let's say you're renting a home to somebody and they're not making the payments and you go through the legal system and the legal system is taking too long. And you have other renters that are waiting to, take over the home and rent the house, but these idiots are not leaving. So what you do is you get pissed off and you show aggression. And you're like, you put your foot down and say, no, damn it, this is my home. You need to leave. You need to get the hell out. And so that's the same thing when it comes to getting rid of spiritual attachments. You need to put your foot down and you need to raise your voice. You need to be angry, not show fear. See, that's a secret that a lot of people don't know, is they're like, okay, well, we're scared of the unknown. Chairs get thrown around across the house and things are happening and I'm hearing growls and I'm telling these, excuse my language, dipshits to leave and they're still here. There's a reason why they're still there, because the way that you're saying it, you're afraid. You're still afraid. And no matter what, don't show aggression. Aggression. Show aggression. Don't show fear. Because they feed off of that. And I know a lot of times it's hard, because sometimes it just comes out, like let's say you're tired of it and you're fed up with it and you're like, I want you to leave. But at the same time, they could still sense the vibration within your voice, the vibration in your footsteps, in your body. When you're saying certain things, they can sense that. And so they'll turn around and be like, oh, well, I'm not saying you. This is just an example. Well, this coward is scared of me. And so, I'll just feed off of his energy. He can get upset all he wants. He's still scared of me. He's not a threat to me because he's afraid of me. So I'm going to end up staying here and I'll do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not scared to the point where, that true fear comes from, like you're going crazy, I don't think, but there is fear there, I'm sure.
Yeah. And they know that. They can sense that. But when you put your foot down, you don't have to be afraid. That's your home. That's your wife. That's your life. Your soul.